Good morning. It is yours truly, Marky. Weather is annoying again. It rains, then the sun comes out. It rains, then the sun comes out. I wanted to go cut my grass, and then boom, rain. It's so annoying, but there's nothing I can do about it. Apparently, tomorrow's supposed to be like a better day. So I know I didn't come on last night. I was hanging out over Marley's chat, and then I went to sleep. As you can see above me, there's a tropical storm right above Bermuda, giving us this wind and rain and bullshit. But thank God it's going away from us, as you can see on the screen. Thank God. Last thing we need is that damn thing around here. I'm praying for no damn hurricanes and no storms. Go away. I need no hurricanes this year. Hey Fever, how you doing? You good? No hurricanes. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got the notification. I saw that. It's like at 3 o'clock my time. Yeah, I saw that. Congrats, bro. Congrats on your 450. Wish you many more. It's always good to have real subs instead of fake ass robot subs like most people have. I never sold out for subs, that's for sure. I've been on here for almost 6 years and I've got 1,080, and I work my way up with real subs, not no fake shit. Because you can buy all that stuff on here, obviously. But I never went that route, never ever. Yeah, you can do it if you want. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm used to being in the public eye because, like I said, I used to be a DJ for 20 years, and I don't mind being in the public eye. I really don't care. As long as you like don't care what people say about you, then everything's cool. I don't care what people say about me anyway, so it don't bother me. I go to sleep every day with nothing on my conscience. People got better things to do than to be around, talk about me anyway. I'm sure they got better things to do. It's very windy here today. It was sunny just now, now it's back to cloudy again. I got so much work to do outside and I can't do it because everything's all wet. It's fucking annoying, but it's life. It's all good. It's only 10:15 here, so I'll just chill until we see if the weather gets better, hopefully. We shall see. We shall see. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's just the way it should be. Some people are comfortable with it, some people aren't. And some people you'll never see the person behind the channel. It's not a big deal. I think I did because my nephews used to be really into Pokemon stuff. I used to get them Pokemon cards and all that shit. So, but I remember very vaguely about that, to be honest. Hey, Marley. Yeah, I fell asleep during your live last night. I got phone slapped. I was on the couch. Next thing you know, everybody's gone. I'm like, oh shit. Plus, I had to get up early. I had to get up early this morning and take my nephew's in a school camp. He's taking like in order for he's going into his second last year, so you have to get like community service hours in order to graduate. So he wants to get them early. So he's going to be for the next 4 days. He has to go to school to take care of the younger kids, like to he put in community service hours this week. So I had to get up like 7 o'clock this morning, and then 7 something we left, and then to make 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. But he's so good. And then my other nephew got up at 8 to go to the dentist at 8:30. He's back home. Then at 4 o'clock, I got to go pick up my nephew from school, from the camp. And then tonight, they're supposed to go play volleyball. And my sister's away for the next 4 days. So it's like a pain in the ass. It's Marky to the rescue. Yeah, because of the storm, Marley. No problem. Okay. Yeah, the storm's around. We have a tropical storm on top of Bermuda, like on the top part of us. That's why I got the weather thing up because we're getting like rain periodically, wind, all sorts of shit. Hey Ashley, how you doing? I just got a donation from you. Thanks. Yeah, so we're supposed to tomorrow. It's supposed to be good because the storm's supposed to go away from us. But today it still says we're supposed to get showers and wind. Of course, it's always some bullshit. So, and of course, this morning I wanted to go cut the grass, and 7 o'clock this morning it was pouring rain, and just now it rained again, and I was like, "Damn it, man! I'm never gonna cut this fucking grass." It's so annoying because I don't like cutting wet grass because it makes everything dirty, especially with the pool areas, and then it's windy, and then all the grass is gonna go in the pool. Then I gotta clean the pool. It's like a pain in the ass, man. I haven't had a break where in the weather where I can cut the grass and it'd be dry and not windy. The retrograde is definitely in full effect. It's like retarding everything. It's making everything backwards, fucked up, aggravating. And if it isn't like things to do with me, someone else is aggravating me. It's like a never ending story. I can't wait another week. Another week and the retrograde's over. This time next week it's done. Thank God. Huh. You're doing good? Good. I'm glad you're good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just complaining about weather as usual. I had a nice breakfast this morning. I haven't had French toast in like months. I couldn't tell you the last time I ate French toast. But I dropped off my nephew first thing this morning, and right around the corner from the school he goes to, uh, there's like a place that sells breakfast. Like you just like a breakfast brunch thing. You just go and pick up whatever you want. So I was like, oh dang, these guys have got French toast. Let me get this. So I had some French toast and sausage and egg. It was so good. That made my day. I had nothing like a good breakfast. Ashley said, can you tell me how Dante feels about me currently? We were getting a little too comfortable, so I asked for space. Oh man, come on. I ain't gonna scare the poor guy away. Ashley be like, no, bro. You need to give me some space. You ain't getting no coochie no time soon, bro. I'm just teasing, Ashley. I mean, he feels disappointed that you asked for space. He's not very happy, and he feels like he did something wrong. He also feels like kind of stuck in his own life, like with other things besides you. He's feeling like work is not that great for him. Looks like he's got work issues more than anything. So I think you asking for space kind of like is going to help him deal with work stuff now that he has time. But he also thinks that it's difficult dealing with like the situations that is in his life. You work, him worried and concerned. He kind of feels embarrassed because you asked for space. So maybe he felt like, he was, maybe if he was the one like putting the pressure on or being too comfortable or coming at you too much, he might feel like kind of embarrassed or kind of annoyed at himself for being too close or something. But he's disappointed right now. But and then it's not like he hates you or something like that. But it's like he's just disappointed. I feel like it's more of himself because you don't even show up in the cards here, even though it's about his feelings towards you. But I feel like he's got more on his plate than dealing with feeling comfortable or getting too comfortable with you. Looks like he's got work issues more than anything. I got the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So that tells me he's not got work is kind of shitty. You felt too comfortable to him, but I couldn't ask for anything really. So you don't want to be like a fling. Right. But you asked him for space, right? Right. Because you said, I asked for space. So because you asked for space, he's disappointed. So, yeah. But it looks like he's got more issues than you asking him for space. Looks like he's got work problems. I don't know if he's told you that, but that's what I get in the cards. He feels like work is aggravating him. So now you're asking for space. So he's like, oh, well, my work is aggravating me. Now Ashley don't want no D. Poor guy. Yeah. Well, you got to do what's right for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm just saying, but what a guy would say, a guy would be like, damn, she wants space. That means I was like, maybe she don't want no D, I guess. Oh, well, never mind. He'd be like, oh, well, Ashley don't want me. I might as well go back to my life. And and then go see if I can go to work and make some money, get some shit happening. Oh well, that's cool. You got to do what you got to do for yourself. I mean, it's not like you're begging for a relationship or you want a relationship like so fast. Because some women in your predicament will be like, "Yeah, you know, I want it now. I want a relationship. Yes, please, please." But you're like, "Nah, bro. I need some space. I ain't about that right now." Yeah, that too, Fever. That could be what it is. Yeah, that's how most guys would think, and vice versa. They don't think they're doing it for their own, like, space or their own, well-being. They just automatically think because that's the only way. And because most times that's what happens. 90%, 90% of the time, if somebody does that, it's because they got issues. But in this guy's case, I think that he's okay with the space because he's got work issues. Okay, so he got you to talk to his sister, and then it kind of scared you. All right, well, yeah, we'll leave it at that then. If he's got you talking to his sister and shit, then obviously, yeah, that's one thing I hated. Is my sister would always say, "Oh, my friend likes you, and she wants to know if she can call you. Can I give her your number?" I'm like, "Hell no. Who is this?" It's like, the girl. This. I'm like, I don't want that damn. I don't want that woman. Oh, come on, just give her a try. I'm like, look, every time you set me up with somebody, it's some whack ass who. I don't want nobody like that. No, they're fine. They're nice. I'm like, yeah, they're nice to you to get to me. Don't you understand? Women are conniving. She's like, oh, you never give anyone a chance. I'm like, yeah, okay, good. Put her on me then. Let me see what's going on. And then I'll prove my sister wrong every time. I was like, see, tell you she was old. I tell you she was crazy. She just used you to get to me. It happened like 5 times in my lifetime. My sister always set me up with some dumbass woman that she found that wants me to be with me, and then I'm like, oh hell no, no, no. And 90% of them were hers that didn't even want no future and no like no marriage, no kids, or nothing. They just want to have a great time, which is fine. Back then, I took it, but not now. You came in here first thing in the morning with spicy talk. So you got. Well, you're not really, but I turned it into spicy shit. You know, I'll take the blame, Ashley. All right, I'll take the blame. It's cool. I'm acting spicy this morning. Hey, Marley, welcome back. How dare that person call when you're in here? All right, can you tell me if he will want to move things forward in the future or this is it? All right, let's check. I know what they got some nerve, huh, Marley? How dare them? Actually, I feel like whenever you're ready, he'll come back into your life and he'll be fine with everything. Like I said, right now he kind of feels like disappointed about everything. But I asked like from now until next month, he can possibly like say to you, hey, what's up? You want to go somewhere or you want to hang out? Haven't seen you in a bit or something like that, or around holiday time. So I don't know when the next holiday is for you guys. It's probably like Remembrance Day, or I mean, not Remembrance Day, Labor Day in September. Because I get the holiday card here, so It tells me like he'll probably ask you to go to a party or go to like somewhere on a holiday, like on a holiday weekend. He might invite you somewhere. So I still see him being okay and like inviting you out or asking you out to go somewhere or linking up with you from now until September. So in the next 30 days or the next, like from now until next month, I still see, because you're asking me about the future. So I would say yes, he wants to still move things forward. I don't think it's over, that's for sure. But right now, I still feel like right now he doesn't mind being the way it is. Like, he's okay with that, with the way it is right now. He's all right with that. So at the end of the day, I do see him offering to take you out, maybe on a holiday weekend or, in the next, 30 days to till next month. I see him doing that because he doesn't want to lose your friendship. He doesn't want, hey, Dan, how you doing? Morning. He doesn't want to lose your friendship. That's what it tells me here. He doesn't want to lose your friendship. Now, if you like tell him go away and you don't want nothing to do with him, then obviously he's not going to have a choice. But if you don't come across like that or give him that type of energy, then he'll be fine. So as long as you keep the contact, then you'll be fine. I don't really get anything bad here. I just feel like right now he might be kind of, you know, feeling like you don't want nothing to do with him. But then again, he's like, all right, well, I'll give her space and then see what happens later. And then I see him as the Knight of Cups coming back towards you. So it tells me he's gonna offer to like take you out or ask you out somewhere. And it might be between now and Labor Day. We just have to re-enter. Right. So, now that you've asked for space, maybe he will re-enter it the right way. And then it'll work out better. You had a blast last night? Yeah, I got fun slapped last night. I was on the couch and I was tired as shit and I just ended up falling asleep. I was actually watching the wrestling SummerSlam event and it finished like around 11ish. And then I was in Marty's room last night, as you know. And then after that, I woke up at like midnight and I'm like, oh shit. Oh well. Then I went straight sleep. Yeah, it was good seeing aliens and Aquarians last night. We were just talking about it like a week ago. Everybody's like, yeah, where's she too? And everybody's like, oh, we ain't seen her. Next thing you know, a week later she comes in. That was crazy. I swear sometimes when we talk about people, they come in like a week later or the next day or the day after. It's like they get zapped from our energy to come in, like we manifest them. You welcome, Ashley. So yeah, it's okay. What you done, stepping back and asking for space is okay. Because he's not taking it as he's disappointed, but he's not taking it as, leave me alone and go away. Because you didn't say that. So yeah. Hey Lucky, how you doing? Yeah, those women wrestlers are pretty good. My nephew was like, "Oh, I know why you watch this." I'm like, "Yeah, these women wrestlers, they're all right." I said, "They're not like they're beautiful or something, but it's not like I got a crush on them. But I like watching them now. They're a lot better than they were back in my day. They were regular women wrestlers, but these damn women fly off the top ropes doing somersaults and they act like men, beating the shit out of each other and all that. I've just started getting back into wrestling this year. I never really I've always been a wrestling fan, but I just don't like the new I don't like the new guys that much, but I started watching it again and I was like, yeah, you know what? I kind of like it. I don't mind watching it. I'm not like a big fan like I used to be, but I watch the main events and watch some of the matches and shit. So yeah, it's all right. Of course, I don't mind watching the hotties. You know, my eyes are to see. Yeah, it was cool though. I enjoy watching it. But wrestling is nothing like it used to be. It's more talking and a soap opera. It's a lot of promos, a lot of bullshit, a lot of blah 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 shit. I don't really like all that talking and stuff, man. Just shut up and wrestle. But some of the promos are pretty funny and all that. The storylines are still cool. I mean, but I have like a favorite wrestler that I like right now, and he won the title last night, so I'm glad he won it back. So it's all good. I don't mind watching. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Marley, we manifested her. We were talking about her. I don't know who brought her up, but somebody brought her up in the chat that time. The next thing you know, she came in. I think somebody asked about her, and then we would start talking. And then I don't know her very well, but I do remember seeing her in the chat. She used to be very, very active a while ago. Like I said, like I used to go in there. She used to do the list, and she used to be like me. She used to like greet you, say, "Hey, so and so, how you doing?" And then put up the link and everything, and say, please be, please wait, blah blah blah, all that type of shit. So I remember her very, very much, but I don't know her, but I remember her for sure. She was probably one of the most active mods back in like 2, 3 years ago. I think it's been that long. I swear it has been. You watch boxing growing up? Mike Tyson was on. Yeah, I watched boxing back then too. I watched all the main events, and I was a Mike Tyson fan, but I liked Lennox Lewis because he was like from England, and here in Bermuda, like we cheer on like the English people. So back then we were like Lennox Lewis fans. And Bermuda had our own boxer too, Troy Douglas. He was a heavyweight too, but he wasn't popular, but he was a good boxer too. But yeah, I used to watch Tyson's fights and all that, Holyfield, and Lennox Lewis was my guy. He was good. Yeah, there was so many guys though. Boxing was really popular back then, super popular. It's not as popular now, but people still go watch things. I was never like a Mayweather, whatever his name is. I've never been like a Floyd Mayweather fan. I can't stand. He's one of those bullshit boxers. He's never been like a fan of my. I never been a fan of his. He just talks too much. And the time he did get knocked the fuck out, nobody really talks about it that much. But they posted it's real. He did get knocked out. Him and sleep right on the mat too. He acts like he's never been knocked out, but he has. But yeah, Mike Tyson still till today is like one of the biggest names in sports. He was a beast. But he was another one who got caught up in all the algorithm, and he had bad agents and bad people around him. He went backwards for a long time, but now he's a lot better. For the past couple of years he's been on the straight and narrow path. Gave his life to God. That's good. Talks about his spiritual life now more. He found himself. So that's good. I'm proud of him. I've always been a fan of his. But wrestling was my thing back then. I watched wrestling religiously. I see back then we my friend next door, they had like the big 12-foot satellite dishes, so they would catch the pay-per-views and stuff. So I would go over there and watch it. And then my cousin, his dad was rich and he had like a 12-foot satellite dish. So but my cousin's like about maybe 5 years younger than me. So I would say he would invite me over and I'd spend the night on wrestling events and we would watch all the wrestling pay-per-views. and I was a big Ultimate Warrior fan. That was my favorite wrestler, and I never forget when he beat Hulk Hogan and he was the first one to hold both titles. Warrior. I went to school that day and I almost got into fights because everybody was like a Hulk Hogan fan. And I used to have like the Ultimate Warrior backpack, and pencils and pens and posters, shirts. I was like the Ultimate Warrior freak back then. And everybody was like Hulk Hogan fans. They was like, "Oh yeah, Hogan got robbed." They were like all trying to beat me up, all trying to like, get at me and shit, take my bag from me. I was like, no, no, Ultimate Warrior beat you fair and square. So, and then after that, the Warrior kind of diminished, and that was it. I kind of didn't want to watch wrestling no more. Then he died, and then that was it. I was like, yeah, fuck wrestling. Yeah, yeah, I remember that fever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that shit happened. Then yeah, it was mayhem with him. He always had a problem. He went up for those R uh, charges. He was always in the news for doing something. Yeah, it was funny. He had a lot of funny moments and he had a lot of crazy moments. He was very controversial, uh, you know, sports face on the media. They always tried to like fuck him over, but he was very young. See, when you're young and you're in your 20s and you got millions and millions and millions of dollars, you do a lot of dumb shit. It's very bad. Like it's a lot of people do a lot of dumb shit. But I'm glad he's a lot better now. He's a lot calmer. He's on these podcasts talking and shit. So I've always admired him. I think he's a good dude. He's had his ups and downs. He bit the guy's ear off that time. Stupid ass. He's such an idiot sometimes. When he bit Evander Holyfield's piece of ear off, I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I actually saw that fight live. We were at my friend's grandfather's house, and everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? We're like, no way, this guy's an idiot. What the fuck? Everybody was so mad. They're like, why the hell would this asshole do that? I'm like, look, man, that guy's crazy. After that, he kind of lost a lot of people's respect. But there was a lot of bad things. Yeah, he used to threaten reporters and tell him he was gonna slap the shit out of them and all that. Exactly, Dan. Yeah. Yep, same here. My friend's grandfather, he used to get the pay-per-views and we used to go up there. We were young too. We used to go up there and watch the fights. And it used to come on really late in Bermuda, like midnight. Because a lot of those fights were in Vegas, and Vegas is 4 hours behind us. So when the fight came on at like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in Vegas time, it'd be like 12, 1 o'clock Bermuda time. So we used to watch the fight, and then I used to spend the night over at my friend's house. It was the same thing with the wrestling pay per views. It was always late for us here, and thank God it was on the weekend, so that way we can spend the night and chill out and not have to go to school the next day. But that's always been a problem here. The fights are always really late for us, and if you're in the UK, it's some wee hour of the morning, which is annoying. Just give me a second. I gotta text my nephew. He's asking me. He's asking me for iTunes card. The things I gotta do. Oh, here he comes now. Just give me a second. All right, I'm back. Hey, Matt, how you doing? I just had to talk to my nephew real quick. He had to give me an update on what's going on. Things I gotta do. He went to the dentist first thing this morning, and he had to get like a piece in the back of his mouth fixed. And he says he was literally there for 10 minutes and then left, and had to wake up 8 o'clock this morning. He's like all pissed. Now he wants me to get him a. I get these guys get There's an online thing where I get the. Oh my god, just lost my train of thought. These guys ask me to get them online PlayStation cards and iTunes cards, because I told them that I can use my PayPal to get it, and then they can give me the cash. So that's what they do. So that way I can actually get some of the cash that I make on here. If not, I just use it to buy things. But yeah, he's asked me for a card, and then he said he's gonna go lunch with his friends. He's enjoying his life before he goes to college. I told him enjoy it while you can. Once you go to college, that's a wrap. But he's all right though. He's a good kid. Pain in my ass, but he's all right. Hey Fanya, how you doing? I was here this weekend. I had good cards, but I had a tough conversation with my. Okay, Fanya. Hey, Mikey B, what's up? You all right, bro? All right, just give me a second, and I have to deal with this. iTunes. Okay. It's getting really windy out there. place the damn thingy. All right, 59. All right, please. Just give me a second, guys. I have to get a PlayStation card. iTunes card for my nephew. And it's always been I'm on here. I have to do something for these damn children. Scooter. All right. Just gotta wait for that to come back, and I gotta screenshot it and give it to him. Plumber's cracks. I wish I can go to Walmart with you, Dan. I wish we had a Walmart here. I mean, we have places like Walmart, but it's nothing like Walmart, though. Oh, hey, Maria. How you doing? I'm doing good. Okay, cool. All right, Fanya, thanks for the super chat. You said, how does he feel and what will he do next? But that's a guarantee, especially now it's summertime. Where the kids are out. Fanya, I still feel like he feels like kind of uncertain about stuff. He still feels like he's worried about he feels like a little bit ungenerous and not really wanting to like be too generous or too kind or too nice. And then he also feels that things have to begin a certain way or things have to be a certain way in order for things to be meaningful towards him or for him. So he still wants to go on this adventure of, trying to get with you and trying to be understanding at the same time and knowing exactly what someone feels and what somebody wants. But it looks like he's going through some. I think this is what I said last time about him like fearing financial stuff. Like if he has money, then he fears like someone wanting it, or like he fears spending money. He fears that money is going to be an issue with him or with people that he's with or around, or that's all they want. I feel I said that last time. I'm not very sure because I think somebody else's readings like that too. But I feel like he fears like financial upset. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So he's fearing like he's waiting for a new job. That's his main concern. He wants a new job. And that's the main thing that's on his mind. He's fearing like finances. He fears his finances are gonna get worse. And he's trying to be like, I wouldn't say greedy, but he's trying to get whatever he can, you know? Yeah. Right. So he's gonna get a new job probably this month because I get like the Ace of Wands, and that means a new beginning, a new job. Yeah. And that's probably gonna continue like that. Until he gets like a new job that he's happy at, then he'll probably treat you different. Because most men feel like they need a good job in order to be financially stable to compete with a woman who does. And even if the woman doesn't, he wants to be just as good as her. Most men think like that, and that's my opinion. And I know that most men do think like that. Me, I could care less. I want a rich woman anyway, so she could buy me shit. That's cool with me. If you make more money than me, sweetheart, go right ahead. You can buy me dinner. It ain't always got to be about me. You be buying. It's your turn. I'm gonna check now, Fanya. Yeah, he still feels good about you. He still thinks that your friendship is good. He still feels like, see, I get a woman that works and a woman that is good. So he thinks that the friendship between you and him is great. He thinks that he can't, Yeah, I can see that because he looks like he's come up reversed here, but he still considers you a friend. He still considers you somebody who he has to compromise to be with, but also he says to himself, she's a friend. We had a little fallout, but it's all good. But the reason he's like that is because he's going through a lot of issues with the work and trying to get his life organized. I don't think his feelings change because you still look good here in the reading. He still considers you a friend and he still considers you somebody that he likes. But he has to go through what he has to go through. I think his feelings hasn't changed for you, but his feelings about himself and what his life is going through, that's different. And I'm going to tell you this like I tell most women. And I basically said this 5 minutes ago, that if a man's life is not going in the right direction, then a woman can never expect a man to give you 100% when he can't even give himself 100%. Yeah, but the reason why he's acting like that is because his own life is not good, and he wants to see if you're going to be like, okay, yeah, fuck you, and you didn't got no job, you're a loser. He wants to get a reaction out of you, but don't give him one. Just say, I wish you the best. Hope you find a job, or I hope you get happy, and maybe you'll be better towards me. You got to be like Marky. You got to give him them quick answers. You got to give him them comebacks. Don't be afraid to tell him about himself. He might like it. But I don't get no change of feelings toward you because I get you here doing really being like someone that he considers highly, like somebody who he likes and who he wants. Those feelings ain't gonna change. Like you said, he's testing you, and he's going through like a particular time right now where he's gonna feel like he was gonna be an ass from time to time. He might treat you like a little different, but he still thinks you have good intentions, and he thinks that you mean well and you're good, and he still considers you a friend. So I don't see any change of feelings at all. I just think that, like you said, he's probably trying to test you out. Right. And the reason he feels like that because his life isn't going the way it's supposed to for him. So he's like most men. They get sensitive because they think that you don't care about the rest of their life. You just want them to do with you. See, most women want a man to pet them like a cat and do everything for them and say, "Yes, baby, come here and mwah, mwah, give you 1,000% every day." That ain't gonna happen. So this guy, he ain't gonna do shit like that because he needs to get his life organized first in order to give you some time. So that's why he's gonna be like that until he gets his shit together. You'll see when he gets his life together, he'll probably treat you a lot different. He seems like a moody type of guy. What, you know his sign? I got him as a King of Swords reversed right now because that he's got conflict and he's mad and he's irritated about things not going right for him. Oh, he's a Leo, no wonder. Yeah. Most Leo men, not all, most Leo men, when they're in that predicament where they don't have they want something and they're not getting it, they get irritated and very impatient. And anything you say, but that's fire sign energy anyway. They're very passionate about what they do, and if they choose to have a good job over a woman, then they're going to be like, "Look, woman, I need to get my life together. You need to take a break or leave me the f alone." So he might give you an apology, but he might have too much pride not to give it to you. But what I would do, I would just like Speak when spoken to for right now. That's my advice. Speak when spoken to. Leo men are hard to deal with. They're very sensitive, and they want their way and no way. All right, Maria, I got your donation. Thanks. Well, then you're doing the right thing. So I would say you're doing the right thing, Fanya. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Right now, you're doing the right thing, and just let it be. Let him eventually come to you, and don't kiss his ass or anything like that. Just leave his Leo ass alone. Damn Leos. Leo men can be a pain in the ass. All right, I got to screenshot this message for my nephew. Just give me a second. So if you see me hold my phone up to the screen, it's because I'm screenshotting something for my nephew. This pain in the ass, Scorpio. I always talk shit about everybody's sign. Don't mind me. I'm in a mood today. I'm an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. You know Aquarius? I'm a double Aquarius, so double the pleasure, double your fun. I'm like Doublemint gum. Me and Leos don't really get along, unless your name is Dan. Dan's my favorite Leo. He's a lot of people's favorite Leo. I like him on Mondays. Matt, are you a Leo too? I can't remember. I think you are. I'm not sure. I can't remember. No, Mikey's a Leo. No, it's Mikey. Never mind. All right, Maria. What does your pain in the ass want today? Oh, yeah, you're an Aquarian. Okay, yeah, that's right. Now, my bad. All right, so Maria, you want to know if you're going to get some sleepover this weekend. Okay, cool. You can be coming, all right. You're a fire sign too, but that surprised people because I'm very calm. Oh, so you're like on the cusp of that then. Well, I don't. I have my thing with fire signs. See, because if you're an air sign like me, air fuels the fire. So I can aggravate a fire sign probably more than anybody else, right? Because air fuels the fire. So air signs can make fire signs aggravated, or we can click or whatever. So it could be good or bad. Now, my sister, she's a Sagittarius, right? And my other sister's a Aries, right? So I get along with my Sagittarius sister, but I don't get along with my Aries sister. And I've had girlfriends that were Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. The women that I've dated the most is all fire signs. There is no other woman that I dated except for another Aquarius years ago, and we were okay, but it didn't work. But most fire signs and me will click, but then it's like you get to a certain point where you're like, one wants to be more dominant than the other, or one thinks they're better than the other. or it's too much like, tension, you know. So that's why sometimes it don't work, because there's two signs that are a pain in the ass together. But you can have friends like that, or you can have lovers like that. That'll work. So it all depends on the character of the person. I'm not really into like whatever sign you are. I'm into if I can respect you and trust you and love you. I don't care what sign you are, but as long as you respect me and you're honest and you're nice and you're good like me, then we'll be all right. Now, if you want to be a pain in the ass, so will I. But I don't really like Aries people too much because they're very selfish. But not it's not every Aries person, because I have really nice Aries people in my life. But majority of them that I know are selfish and ignorant, and they think they know everything. Now, some people could say the same thing about Aquarius, right? But the Aquarius people I know, I'm cool with and don't have a problem with. But Sagittarius people, I like. I don't have problems with the men or the women. I just can't really marry them or be around them too long because they're aggravating as well. They're very impatient, antsy, and they want to keep doing shit. They want to keep, going. And I'm like, look, if you're in Aquarius, you kind of just want to chill. You don't want to like do shit like every damn day. You need like some, air and shit, some space. Like fuck these people. Yeah. All right, Maria, let me check real quick your reading. Let me see. All right, Maria, things look very good between you and Walter this week. Look, I see a lot of progress. I see a lot of like things going in your favor. I got the Wheel of Fortune, so that means that you guys are destined to be together, destined to see each other more often. I feel like you guys are gonna I feel like whatever issues either of you have will get solved this week. I see Walter working hard and being and feeling more successful and happy this week because of money. So he might be getting like some money or something that makes him happy. I see you dealing with your family, dealing with your kids, and you guys coming together and seeing each other. But you're both even though work's gonna be good for Walter, you might be feeling kind of like tired, or like kind of feel like, I'm sick and tired of dealing with these haters, or sick and tired of dealing with work shit. So you might be both of you might be talking about work situations, but otherwise that, it's cool. I don't see nothing bad. All right, Dan. Enjoy it. I had a good breakfast today. Maria, also, I do feel that Walter's gonna invite you again for another sleepover in the next 7 days. So in the next 7 days, I see you guys having another sleepover, very possibly. When you do sleep over, he feels very happy, and he's definitely happy that you're with him. He thinks that you're becoming more compatible with him, more happy with him. He admires you, loves you, all that good shit, and he's happy when he invites you and you say yes. Vice versa. The only thing that he's a little bit worried about is it might cause problems between him and the baby mama if she ever were to find out. Like he thinks about if she finds out, she's gonna like go crazy or something. But he's not really worried about it because he don't really give a shit about her like that. But that's the only concern that he has, is like, aggravating him, getting aggravated by her possibly. He thinks about it, but then again, he's like, yeah, whatever. But he's definitely happy that you're with him, and he's definitely appreciative that you actually care about him. You come up as the world card, which is very good for a woman in a reading, in my opinion, because you're the center of his attraction. He wants that coochie. I mean, he wants that love and care, you know? Yeah. He's just worried about conflict with her if she were to find out, you know? Yeah, you always get the world card, and that means the man admires and loves and cares about you and thinks that you're his world, you know? That's what I say to guys who like love their girl too much. I'm like, oh, your world is here. They're like, shut up. People get mad at me. I say that to my nephew. I say, you get into your world's house, and he gets mad at me. He's like, shut up. Lucky, you said, how about cancer? What about him? Cancer people are the most worrisome, aggravating, talk about everything freaks. They aggravate the shit out of me. My brother's a cancer, and he makes a lot of bad decisions, and he makes a lot of financial bad decisions. He always buys things he doesn't need but wants. He complains all day, every day, and he never does anything to make his life better. He's probably the most annoying cancer in life to me. And that's why I don't get along with him, because I can't handle a person that talks about money all day, talks about their problems all day, and aggravates me with his bullshit life. So I don't really speak to him like that, because I can't handle people like that. I want positivity. Even if your life is fucked up, don't bore me with it. You know, people can call me whatever they want. But I don't want to listen to that negative shit. I want to hear that, okay, I have some negative shit going on, but I'm going to do something about it. And then when you do something about it and I recognize that, I'll be like, good for you, man. I'm happy for you, you know? But no way in hell. He's never been that way. And he always makes the worst decisions possible for himself. So I say to myself, oh, well, stupid is what stupid does. I know some cancer people that most cancerian people have bad relationships. And the reason they have bad relationships is because they want too much and they become too much in their relationships, and they come too much, too aggravating. They come over dependent. They want too much. They want to be up your ass all day. And that's like, some people can't handle that. Even when you have a cancer and a cancer together, it still ain't gonna work, because both of them are so needy and they want shit to go right. And if it doesn't go right, they're like, oh my God, my world is ending. And then they always talk about shit that aggravates everybody else. Not all cancers, but the ones I know, they do that. And they don't even realize that they're pissing you off. And then when you do tell them, hey, shut the fuck up, then they're like, I hate you. You don't care about me. I'm like, go away. Shut up. I don't like people like that. I don't like people who complain about their life every day and don't do shit about it. And it's not only cancerians that do that. There's a lot of people who do that shit. I mean, I understand if you have a bad day, you want to talk about it, that's cool. But don't do it every single day and not do nothing about it. I want to hear like, hey, remember I said I had this, this, and this, and I've made my life better. And I'll be like, okay, great. Good for you. I'm happy for you. Now I can tolerate you now because you got positivity in your life. And most people who have negative shit in their lives, they keep it there. They never want to make it better. They want to be the victim. They get comfortable playing the victim. They get comfortable being like, poor me. That's my brother. He does that all the time. Everything is poor him, poor him. But then, you've gained all this weight. So obviously you're not that fucking poor. You're eating a lot of food. So obviously you got money. You ain't that broke like you tell everybody you are. Fucking idiot. That's why I get mad at people. How you gonna go around saying you're broke and you need money, but yeah, you got all this shit? People like that make me want to throw something at them. I know a few people like that. It's like I saw this person yesterday always crying about money, but yet you just proved like you have shit. And then so now when people see like that you have stuff and you're not really that poor like you say you are, then now they're gonna look at you different. You just exposed yourself again. So people who expose themselves, they look so dumb. And they do it right on social media, which is so fucking hilarious. Like you're crying on social media and then you prove on social media that you're not really that poor and you're just begging and pleading for somebody to give you shit. Because that's the life that most people want. They want people to give you shit so they don't have to work and they don't have to do a lot of shit. Nobody really wants to work for what they have. They want people to give shit to them. Like you're what's the word that everybody uses now? You're obligated or you're entitled. That's the word. I'm entitled to get shit from people. Yeah, well, you keep fucking thinking that ain't gonna get you nowhere in life. Go work for your shit like I did, like everybody else does. Work hard, play hard, and don't spend all your money. Besses Maria, no problem. No problem. All good things for you and Walter. Looks like you'll be getting more D, so that's good. Cheers. Hopefully you get D and go to sleep and leave me alone. I'm only teasing Maria. Mucho besos. Don't tell Walter I gave you those besos. Okay. You're right, Fever. You're absolutely right. Yes, mucho besos. We won't tell Walter it'll be our secret. Okay. But I can't stand a person that begs, cries, pleads for like a handout. And like, I mean, if you have a bad time and you're talking about it, then and you're genuinely telling people like, hey, I'm going through a bad lock cycle in my life, or I'm going through some bad times, I'll feel for you or whatever. But in the same breath, you're showing everybody that I have this and this and this, and I'm doing this. It's like they don't even understand how dumb they look by crying wolf or crying like because they ain't got shit. And then in the same breath, within 24 hours, you're showing people that you're not really that person. Like, it don't make no sense to me. It's either you are or you aren't. Like, don't cry for shit and beg for shit. And then in the same breath, you're showing everybody that you're not really, poor like you say you are or suffering like you are. Like, come on, man. Like, who the fuck you think you're lying to? Like, it happens all over social media. Oh, I'm starting a GoFundMe page. GoFundMe page? You go fund your own self. I ain't never gave nobody $1 for that shit. It should be a GoFundMe for me too then. So I can help you can pay my bills while I sit here and do nothing. Fucking idiots. I can't stand people like that, man. Like, I've never been a person to beg for shit. I'm always gonna go work for it because I have too much pride to be begging for shit. Even at my lowest point in life, I never begged anything. I may have gotten a loan and then paid it back. Yeah, that's fine because I know I'll pay it back. I know that that person giving it to me knows and trusts me to pay him back if I needed it. If I need anything, people will give it to me because they know that I'm going to be genuine enough and honest enough to give it back to you or return a favor. But if you have that reputation, then you're okay. But I'm not going to sit here and cry about my life. No way. I'm going to do something about it. Like, go get your shit in gear. Go do something, man. Be the person you want to be. There's a job for everyone out there. Go do it. And then there's nothing wrong with having 2 jobs, 3 jobs to make an income and make a life out of it for yourself. I don't want to hear you got this and that, you can't work. I don't want to hear that shit. There's always work for everybody. You just got to put in the work. Stop bullshitting. Like I always say, stop bullshitting and get out there and get it done. It's that simple. It don't make sense crying to nobody. Go make things happen. Just like me and everybody else. Make things happen. It's always good to have multiple incomes, multiple talents. Use your talents to get money. and do things to make yourself happy and do things that will increase your value in life and increase your mentality, put your mentality in a good place and say, you know what, I really need to get off my ass and make shit happen. And if you do that, that's good. I'm proud of you. I'll be the first one to clap. Even if you come in here and complain every day and you say, finally, Mark, I got this breakthrough, I'll be like, oh, good, man, I'm glad. I ain't even gonna hate on you or say, I'm sick and tired of you complaining and you ain't doing shit. I'll probably keep it to myself, but at the same time, nobody's life is perfect. Nobody. Even a rich person doesn't have a perfect life. Because when you're rich, everybody comes like this and says, hey, can you give me something? I'll tell you a story what happened to me yesterday. Yesterday, I went to this, after I left my mom and dad's, I went to this store that I go to. I went on the bike just so I can ride the bike real quick. So I rode the motorcycle, stopped, and I was like right next to the door of the store. And I was waiting for the other person to come out of the store. And then all I hear is, hello, 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 excuse me, hello. And I'm like, I know this person's trying to get my attention, but I'm ignoring them because I know what they're going to ask me. I already knew what they were going to ask me. And I look back and I said, what happened? And they'll go, oh, can I get $2? I said, can you get $2? No, please, no, nothing. No, good morning, no, nothing. Just hello, hello, hello. Can I get $2? Can I get $2? And I said, I don't have any cash on me. I use my card. And he goes, oh, okay. So then he's looking at me. And then I was inside. I came out of the shop and he saw me with something in my hand. So he's looking at me as if to say, I wonder if I should ask him. I was like, I dare you ask me again. But he didn't. Instead, he was like, fucking people, fuck. He was fucking, right? Because I wouldn't give him $2. He was so mad that he started to like fuck me off underneath his breath and looking at me all like mad because I didn't give you $2. And this is a perfectly fine man, big, well dressed and everything. And I'm saying to myself, you got balls asking me for $2 when you can go fucking work for it. You look perfectly fine. You're not limping. You're not in a wheelchair. You look perfectly fine. You're a big dude. You're like 6 foot tall, and you're asking me for $2, and you don't even look like a crackhead or anything. So you don't want to work. You just want a handout. And you got jeans on, sneakers, a polo shirt, and you got your teeth, and your everything's working on you because I can see it perfectly fine. So what's the problem? Why you can't work? You just want to ask me for $2? Get the fuck out of my face, man. Come on. I would be embarrassed to ask somebody for $2 outside of a grocery store when you can go to work and be perfectly fine. What people's problem is they don't want to work. They're lazy and they don't give a shit. And then when a foreigner comes in to take work from the locals, it's your fault because you don't want to work. So you're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, these immigrants are here taking my work. It's my country." Well, if you were working and not on the side of the road doing fucking nothing, then we wouldn't have this problem. But see, you don't want to work. You want people to just give you shit. You just want dumbass people to give you a handout. Well, I'm not dumb and I'm not giving you shit. If you can walk, talk, and do your thing, and you're able to work, I'm not giving you shit. Straight up, I'm not giving you not even 1 cent. I'd rather give it to some kid packing groceries or a kid washing windows. I'll give a tip to them. I'm not giving a grown man that's my age or younger money when you can work yourself. Go away. Fuck out of here. And that's a lot of people's problem is they want a handout these days. They want everything given to them. That shit pisses me off. Like, go get a job, man. The fuck is wrong with you? There's so much work out here. So much work. Go get it. Especially in Bermuda. We have so much construction going on right now. If you want to work construction in Bermuda, this is the place to be. There's so much buildings going up. Bermuda had a lot of old buildings, and all the old buildings are getting demolished, and the new buildings are going up. Bermuda's construction business is blooming right now. I've never seen it this busy here in Bermuda. It's so much work. And then this guy's on the side of the road asking me for $2. Why don't you go work construction? Oh, right, that's too hard. Poor baby. Man, if I was 6 foot tall and had your frame, I'd be working right now in construction, bro. You be making $25 an hour. You don't have to ask me for $2 no more. Jackass. Go to work. Fucking lazy ass people, man. Fucking annoying. That shit pissed me off yesterday. I'm like, the nerve of this asshole to ask me for $2 and you're perfectly fine. The only people that I ever give anything to is somebody who's in a wheelchair or somebody who can't work, missing a limb and shit. I always tell the people this story. When I go to Boston, right? They're right by the game. As you leave the game and you're going towards like the subway and the train and you're going towards the main road, there's a guy. I've seen him there for 10 years in a row. He's a veteran. His legs got blown up and he stood on a mine, he said, and he has no feet, no legs, no feet, no not. All he has is waist up, and he's in a wheelchair. And he doesn't go like this with the cup, gimme, gimme, gimme. He just says veteran, blah, blah, blah. He even got like his medals and shit. And he's a nice guy. He says good evening to everybody or whatever. And I slip him $5 or $10 every time I see him. And one day he remembered, because we had a conversation. I told him I'm from Bermuda, right? And he says, oh, you're from Bermuda? Oh, that's cool, man. You know, I've seen people come here from Bermuda all the time. He said, well, you know, it's close to Boston, so people do come here, right? And I said, look here, bro, here's $10, man. Merry Christmas. It was like right before Christmas I went there. And I said, here's $10. And he was like so happy. He had tears in his eyes because people just give him like $1 or some change, right? So I gave him $10 and I made his night. Now, people like that, I don't mind giving money to, because you can't really do shit because you ain't got no legs. You can still work on a computer, right? But I feel bad for the guy because you represented your country. I'm also somebody who was in the army too. So I felt like if I gave this guy $10, he'll be happy. And he was. So that's what I'll do. I'll give you a person on the side of the road money like that. But if you got your limbs and everything and you can work, fuck you, I ain't giving you nothing. And that's just me. Call me whatever you want. And it's not being me. It's because I can't. I have to try and break those people out of that habit of you not getting free money for doing absolutely nothing. Like, who you think this is? Even if there was lucky, I wouldn't tell you. Well, yeah, Fever. That's what people do here. People love working with other but see, just everywhere in the world is the same, right? My sister, my sister and I and my siblings were all born here in Bermuda, right? And my sister works with a Jamaican and like 2 or 3 other Bermudians, and her main bosses are from Canada or something like that. But she says that the Bermudian women treat the Jamaican woman like shit, because the Jamaican woman is in charge of things, right? She's like one of the supervisors with my sister. And because the Jamaican woman knows that those Bermudian ladies are a pain in the ass, she gives them a hard time. And then in return, they cry about being told what to do by a foreigner. But guess what? That woman married a Bermudian. So she's now like Bermudianized, right? She's got rights to work here, just like you, because she married a Bermudian, right? So if she's a woman of power and has supervisor power, you're Bermudian. Why the fuck you didn't go get the job? See, a Bermudian, and a lot of people, and I'm talking about Bermuda in particular, if you're a Bermudian and you have every right to get every job and you have the qualifications and you put your time in, then you'll get the job. There's a lot of Bermudians here that are in power and are millionaires because they have great businesses and they employ other Bermudians and no foreigners. But when people there's so much work that you need foreigners in every country to work. It's impossible to like have everybody in your local country to work every single job because there's jobs that people don't want. Nobody wants to be in a restaurant washing pots and pans. So you're gonna get somebody from wherever to do that job because the locals don't want that. It's just like hands-on trading, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, construction workers. In Bermuda, there's plenty of those. We have tons of electricians, plumbers. That's not something that will ever be a problem. But the bullshit jobs is the problem, like cleaning. All the cleaners here are Filipinos, Portuguese, hardly any Bermuda. Maybe 10% of the cleaning companies in Bermuda have Bermudians. 10%. I'll put my life on that. It's all foreigners. Jamaicans cut grass, landscaping. Portuguese do the landscaping and grass and things like that and hedges. They have the hard labor jobs and the bullshit jobs, right? All the bullshit jobs is for the foreigners. Now the people from the UK that work here work in offices. They work in exempt companies because we're a British colony. So we have people from the UK working here in high places. They're CEOs, business owners, married Bermudians, and now have businesses. And they have a right, they have a UK passport, just like because our passports are British passports, not a Bermudian passport, it's a British passport because we pertain to the British. So that's the thing. You're not going to get a person from the UK washing dishes. They're going to be a chef, they're going to be a CEO, they're going to be an exempt company. People from England and from the UK are not going to come here to wash dishes. And they're not going to come here to be a waiter or anything like that. They're going to come here to be a maitre d' or earn shit because that's what they come here for. Now a Jamaican is the same way. Now the Jamaican lady that works with my sister, she's been here for years and she married this Bermudian guy and she worked hard to get her position. But the only reason she has it is because she married a Bermudian and put in her time and her effort, right? So when people talk about immigration and all that bullshit and all these foreigners in your country, guess what? It's everywhere in the world. There's more Asian people all over the world than anything else. Everywhere I go in the world, there's Asian people working. And you know why? Because Asian people want to work. They will do anything for work because that's their type of people. That's their culture is work, 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 and we'll go anywhere to get money because that's what we want to do. That's an Asian thing to me. So when I go to Boston, Atlanta, or even like the UK, Portugal, anywhere I've been in the past umpteen years, there's Asians everywhere. The only place that you don't see too much Asians is here because the Asians have they do sushi and they have their own like restaurants here too, right? So here in Bermuda, there's not the Asians haven't taken over a lot here. They just have their little stores here and there. There's not many Asians here. But the most foreigners here are Portuguese. And the Portuguese people have like taken over a good percentage of Bermuda where they have landscaping businesses, cleaning businesses. They've married Bermudians. They've been here for like 30, 20 years. My dad's been here for 60 years, right? So and my grandparents were here before him. So people migrate here. Nobody really like a serious Bermudian person. People think they are, but everybody goes to a country and it's all because someone migrated to that country. You're not a fucking tree where you were born in that country and you're a tree with roots and you were born there. Nobody took a plant from the UK and bring it to Bermuda and grew it and say, "Oh yeah, now you're a Bermudian plant." Like, come on, people. It's everywhere in the world. Get over it. So all this bullshit all over the world about like immigrants and taking work, no, no, no. It's everywhere in the world. And the only person that you can blame is the government. That's it. Simple. And I don't care what anybody thinks what I'm saying, if it's true or not, or you disagree or agree. That's the way it is in Bermuda. People are always crying about foreigners, but they don't want to do what those foreigners work. They don't want to wash pots. They don't want to landscape. They don't want to clean floors and clean toilets. I'm a Bermudian. I deserve better. Man, fuck you. But if I gave a Bermudian person a company and said, here's $50,000, here's 2 vans, and here's 10 Filipinos that you can use to clean houses, you're going to be a millionaire by the end of the year. They're like, oh, sure, I'll take it. And you wouldn't mind having those foreigners making money for you, though, charging them out for 15 and making $20, $30 off of them. That's okay, right? Fuck out of here. Don't tell me you wouldn't want that either, because you do. Ain't nobody going to say that shit. Probably 10% would say I want all Bermudians, because you don't want to hear it. Yeah, well, teenagers here won't wash no pots. Hell no, they're too good for that. They'll say put it in the dishwasher. Yeah, and that's the majority of the youth today don't know what it's like to live in our era. You see what I mean? A lot of people here don't want to live that era. They don't want that. They don't want to work hard. All 6 of my nephews do not work hard. They don't work out in the field. They want to work inside. And rightfully so. That's what they want. But me, I was different. And I still am a person who works outside all the time. Even at my age, I'm still working inside and outside. And I'm still going to work hard because I want to. It's my life. It's what I want to do. So that's fine. But me personally, I would never hire a foreigner to be a part of my team, because I don't want that. I'd rather go get a Bermudian, because that way I don't have to pay no fees and I don't have to pay extra shit. Because when you bring in a foreigner, you got to pay for their permit, find them a place to live, get them transportation. It's a pain in the ass. I'm not doing that. Hell no, because you lose money and time. And by the time you actually convert making money off that foreigner, it's going to be a while before you do that. See, people got all that shit wrong. It only works out over a long period of time, and if that person likes to live in Bermuda. Filipinos, they adapt here very easy because they're used to hard work, or they're used to, like, see, another thing is not even because the work is, a Filipino would say, you know what, I'm making $800 a week here in Bermuda. I pay $1,000 rent and another like maybe $500 for my bills. So if I make $3,200 a month and half of that goes to my bills, I'm still banking $1,500 a month. That's more money they can ever make a month in the Philippines doing what they do here. There ain't no way in hell they're going to make that much money. There ain't no Filipinos making that type of money, because if it was, they would stay where they are. And they tell me that there's no way in hell that they're making that type of money. See what I'm saying? And a Portuguese person would tell you the same thing, that they'll make 500 euros a month, where they can make 500 euros in half a week here, or a week. And even if you shack up, even if you rent a house for like $2,500 a month, and you got 4 or 5 guys in there, and guys that are willing to, like, do a little bit for everybody and come together and pay that rent, then you guys bank even more money, and you go away and you go back home living like a king. I'm gonna call them Filipinos because that's what we call them here. Okay, like you're a Filipino. You're a Pinas. A Pinas. That sounds like I'm saying penis. I don't want to call you a penis, because that's what you want. You're trying to get me to say penis, see? Pinas. You penas. If I start calling you that, people are going to think I'm calling you penis. See, that's disrespectful. I can't do that. You're a Filipina, not a Filipino. You're a Filipina. Filipina. Here in Bermuda, they say, oh, there's Filipinas. Or Filipinos is guys and Filipinas is girls. Pina. Pina. Okay, Pina. Look, you're too damn difficult. I'm gonna call you Lucky. Okay, that's it. Take it or leave it. Lucky pain in the ass. That pain in the ass is see look, even in that look, pain in the ass, look. Pain in the ass. That's your real name, pain in the ass. And you're proving it. See? Oh look, Mikey B's here. Take her away, Mikey. Book your ticket, bro. I even contribute to the ticket. Go get Lucky and get her out of my life, please. Thanks. How you doing, Mike? Mikey? You good? I'm over here talking shit. I'm in a mood today. I woke up too early and I've had like 2 cups of coffee, so I'm kind of bouncing off the walls here. I actually need to check the weather so I can go cut this grass. This weather's just so annoying, man. I want the sun to be out for like a good couple hours so that way I can cut the grass and it not be wet. Because the sun doesn't go over to the other side until after lunch. So I want to cut the grass after lunch. I'm hoping that's going to be the case. All right, there's no rain around right now. That's good. Kind of, sort of. Let me see this. There's got some showers around still. Damn it. So we still might get some rain. I see some showers here, but they're pretty far away. If I can sneak in 20 minutes of cutting grass today, I'll be happy. She be over there praying hard, but not actually putting in no work. See, look. She said, "I'll invite you when I have adjusted to work. I need money." See, what I say on here is really true. See, look, Mikey's willing to pay. He's willing to pay for it. See? Mikey says, "Look, I'm a baller. I'll give you some money, Lucky. Just invite me over. I'll pay for everything." Calm down, woman. See, I just proved the cancer thing. I just proved the cancer scenario. Look. So you get too sensitive. Look. I just joking around. Look. She's like, "What do you mean? I don't work on it. I've just done this." Look, see, I just proved the cancer character. You can't say nothing. Look. What you mean? See, look. See, now she's contradicting herself. It's okay, Lucky. We're only joking. Calm down. Turn it down, sweetheart. All right, hold on a second. My nephew wants to let me see what he says. Hold on. This guy's such a pain in the ass. Scorpio pain in the ass. So annoying. My nephew says he's trying to order lunch online. I mean, order lunch, but the place is busy. I'm like, it's Monday and people are hungry. They ain't gonna like make new food on Monday. It's like probably the most busiest day. Now I'm not angry at nobody. I'm just talking shit. I like teasing everybody. I don't want nobody to ever take anything I say personally, but some people do though. But that's their problem. I like talking shit and having fun. I don't mean no bad intentions or no bad things. You know, I do get angry at Lucky, yeah, when she's not sleeping. When she's sleeping, I love her to death. When she says good night, guys, I'm like, yes, I love Lucky. Good night, Lucky. Sweet dreams. When she's awake, I'm like, oh, good lord, got to deal with this damn Cancerian pain in the ass. See what she said? Our friendship has been tried and tested. Not on my end. I'm good. You wanted to listen to damn people, you know. She'd be like, what do you mean? You're the one who had TF. TF told you. Calm down. Lucky's a pain in my ass, but you know, she's not a disrespectful person. She never disrespected me. She's just a pain in the ass. But I only love her when she sleeps. All right. So there's multiple uh, hurricane systems, well, trying to form all over the Atlantic Ocean. Great. I fear August and September so much. I don't want no hurricanes come around here. Please stay away. One more month and it's lobster season. Yeah, that's gonna be the best ever. Lobster season, September 1st. Come on, lobsters. People are like, ew, lobsters, that's gross. Not good, more for me. No, I don't know anything about Mikey B. I can't vouch for that. No. Well, if you put your information in here, you could put it in and then delete it. So that way nobody sees it. But if you want to exchange your information, I suggest doing it and then, you know, getting rid of it. So that way nobody, you know, knows. That's what most people do. They can put it in the chat and then delete it. So that way nobody knows. This damn dog, man, licking our chops, chilling out on the bed. right, good. My nephew's gonna leave here in a couple minutes, and then when he leaves, I'm going to go outside and I'm gonna try my damn best to cut this grass. I'm gonna get changed and I'm gonna go cut the grass. Yes, sir. Oh, cool. I didn't even know that. Oh, hell no. It's so windy that it's moving my shutter around and making noise. That's why I gotta cut this grass before this shit gets worse. I gotta cut the grass before it gets worse. Thought I was gonna sneeze. Hey Joanna, how you doing? How you feeling? Why would I do that? That means I gotta delete my live. If I do that, I'm gonna have to delete the live or edit it. I don't want to do that. If you guys gave each other your names, right, then you gotta find each other. Duh. I don't like putting up people's photos or personal information around here. I can get in trouble for that too. Well, not in trouble, but like, if somebody's in the background, they can be watching and be like, oh my God, Mark did this and Mark did that. I don't want damn problems. If you guys give each other your names, you can find each other. Giovanni, you're better now? Did I chase did we chase the bad energy away from you? I was thinking about you last night. I asked Spirit to help you, so I hope they did. Good. That night, I did some spirit work, and I made sure that they continued to do that. So, all good, great, good. That's good. That's what I want to hear. See, I tell you it was fun. I knew you was gonna be all right. I got your back. Don't worry. Yeah. See that lucky you found. See how easy that was? Okay, Joanne, I'm glad that you're better and glad that you don't have situ that situation, at you. Because at the end of the day, I didn't feel like it was a big problem, something that we could solve. So I'm glad we solved that issue. But I would still suggest to do the things that I told you to do to make sure they don't even come back or they go away from you. Diamond, you love making noise, don't you? You want everybody to see you on YouTube grunting and squinting and making all these pig noises, don't you? You're a pain in the ass. So that's good. We solved another spiritual attack problem. That's good. I'm glad, Joanna. I didn't see you come. I wasn't on yesterday anyway. I took a break yesterday. But I was thinking about you asking me, like, yeah, I wonder if she's okay. So I don't want that. I don't want you to think that coming in here makes things bad for you. I never want anybody to think that or to even have any spirit tell you that because they be lying to you or trying to make you doubt who you're around. Ain't no evil shit around here. I can guarantee you that. That's one thing I can't stand is evil shit. I had some weird dreams last night too. I had a dream that I was at this old house and I don't know where the hell it was. Never seen it in my life. And it's like my eyes were seeing someone get like try to get attacked. And then I saw a guy, I don't know who it is. I'm just seeing this like spirit. Like I was like my dreams, I'm seeing things. So like it's like I was like a camera looking at shit. And then like I saw this guy throw a broom at like the spirit that was trying to get him. And I'm like, what the fuck? So like I woke up and I was like, oh God, I don't want to dream these stupid ass things, you know? So then I went back to sleep and I was back in that house again. But they weren't attacking me. I was looking at spirit trying a spiritual thing, trying like a spiritual form of like a weird spirit was trying to haunt this guy. And the guy kept like going into another room and trying to get away from the spirit. And I can hear him saying, I'm trying to get away, these damn things. I better not come towards me. And I have, this piece of 2x4 to beat his ass. And then I'm like, what the hell am I watching here? It was like I was watching somebody trying to get attacked in a big ass house. And then I can see like the person use like a hose to like try and spray the person to see if they were there. And then that was it. It was just like a stupid ass dream. So it was a weird dream, but it was nothing to do with me. It was like me looking at someone getting like attacked or trying to get attacked. Yeah, I believe that. But see, it was nothing to do with me. I never felt any type of way. It was like me, I was like watching it. I can see it. And I always was looking like up, down. Like I was looking at it was like I was a camera, and you have a camera up like this and you're facing down on a big area. Like I watched this guy throw the broom off a balcony down when I saw like a spirit, like a come in, like an image. It wasn't like a person, it was like an outline of a person that was like it wasn't even dark, it was like smoky gray, like, and they were just coming during the guy threw the broom at him. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm just looking at it all unfold. And then because the spirit went that way, the guy went like up towards the next level. And he was like in a room and he had all this stuff. And he was like, yeah, I'm safe in here. If they come in here, I can, defend myself. And I never spoke and the person never saw me. It was just me looking at the situation. It's weird. When I woke up, I was like, what the hell was that about? But see, I watched a wrestling event last night, on pay-per-view wrestling event, and the people were fighting and throwing shit at each other, right? Like wrestling's, entertainment, right? People are throwing shit at each other and beating each other with like chairs and all sorts of shit, right? Um, so when I watch violence or when I watch like wrestling or boxing or fighting, that night I'll have a dream of some sort of like violence or like it'll like stick to my brain. That's why I don't really like watching horror movies or any type of violence because my brain don't like that shit. Like I'll start dreaming of violent shit. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I know why I had that because I was watching wrestling last night. Because the beginning of the dream, the guy was saying, like, I know you're here. I know you're here. You're trying to haunt me. You're trying to get me. And all I see is this broom go. And I was like, oh, shit. That guy threw that broom quick. And then he had like a piece of 2x4 and he was like swinging it and saying, don't you come near me. And then, like, I saw the water hose. He went outside and was like trying to, he was looking through the window. Yeah, I got the water hose. I'm going to water him and shit. I'm like, okay. Then I woke up and then that was it. I didn't dream of anything else. It was like maybe like a 20-minute dream, but I never saw like the spirit that the person was trying to defend themselves against. So I never saw the guy either. I just see like I could see the back of him. My dreams, I can hardly see. I can hardly ever see like a person's face up close. Like I don't get vivid dreams of people's faces. It's very, very rare that happens. So I don't really see people like that. And if I see anything, it's like a image, like a like I know it's a person, but I can't see their face, and I can't see like their like what they're wearing or their bodies, or I can see like hair, an image, and a lot of people tell me that I'm seeing spirits in my dreams. That's why I can't see their faces. And I'm like, well, that don't make no sense because in spirit, 75% of the time when I'm doing mediumship, I can see somebody's face unless they don't want to be seen. So the dreams kind of make sense, but why I don't see their faces because they could be spirits that don't want to be revealed. So, I mean, that's cool too. I don't care. But dreaming made my body hot. Like it was the AC is on and I'm nice and cool, but my body felt like I wasn't sweating, but my body felt hot. I guess from seeing like the little bit of violent like type of shit that was going on in the dream, or the anxiety of having that person being chased by a spirit in their house. So I woke up in like a little hot flash type of vibe. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. I'm like, I don't want to dream this shit. So then after that, it went away. So I was happy. I was like, good, go away. I don't want to dream no stupid ass shit. My dreams never make any sense anyway. They hardly ever make sense. Once in a while, I have a dream that predicts something in the future, and that's about it. But that's like maybe twice or three times a year. But I don't really dream about too many significant things, which is good. I don't really like dreaming like that anyway. I like to dream. I like to dream about nice things or have a nice sleep with limited dreams. I actually pray for that, to be honest. In my prayers, I ask for limited dreams because I think it's selfish to say I don't want any dreams. So I ask, for limited dreams. And I do include that in my prayers, believe it or not. That's something I pray for, is to my dreams to be limited because I don't like dreams like that. Dreams make me like annoyed. I wish I can sleep with no dreams and just go to sleep and wake up, and that's it. But that'll be the perfect life. Oh, it's getting windier and windier here. We got a few storms around us brewing up, so I'll keep everybody updated if we're gonna get hit by a storm or a hurricane. But there's no hurricanes yet, but there's a tropical storm above us right now, giving us this wind and rain and sun at the same time. It's called Tropical Storm Dexter or something like that. Some pain in the ass storm that's formed above us and off the coast of the United States. Yeah, it says Tropical Storm Dexter is distant northwest, which is not considered a threat to Bermuda at this time. Nevertheless, it will send showers our way and winds become strong this afternoon, easing up tomorrow and high pressure builds in. So we're okay. Nothing serious, thank God. Right now it's 18 miles an hour, which is getting. It was earlier. It was 10, so now it's definitely come up because I can see everything going crazy outside, which is not that bad. But yeah, we still got some rain coming around. I'm looking on the radar. Looks like we're gonna get some more rain soon. Showers here and there. It's that next this month and next month is the pain in the ass months for storms. I pray every day that's not gonna happen. Fuck, I don't want no hurricane this year, man. Last year it came in August, and that was the only one we got. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. One hurricane, that's a blessing in my life. That means I only had to put up the hurricane stuff protection for one hurricane. But hopefully I don't have to put up no hurricane protection this year, and we don't get anything this year. I don't mind a little wind and rain like this. That's okay, but I don't want no 100 mile an hour shit, category 4 shit around here. I don't. I need a break from hurricanes for 1 year. I wish there was 1 year where I don't have to put up no hurricane shit and just have a hurricane free year. That'll be like the best blessing of my life. If I had a wish, I would wish for no hurricanes for anybody, not just myself, for anybody. If I had one wish, I would wish that. Because that's one thing I fear more than anything is hurricanes. Because I've been through my share and it's not good. That's the only thing I actually fear. But God always protects us, that's for sure. Before I go, just remember what I wanted to say. Do you know what happened last night to me? I've never seen this in my life, right? It's the first time I've ever witnessed this. Yesterday was kind of weird. So last night, about, I don't know, like maybe I would say 10:30 at night, I was finished watching wrestling and I went next door because my nephew's in next door. And I said, let me go feed the fish and make sure everything's locked up before I go back next door and chill out for the rest of the night. So as I go towards the porch, I see this thing in the side of my eye like this, like flapping around. I'm like, oh fuck, I hope that's not a cockroach. And it's like a wall clock, right? Like that. It's a big wall clock that I put there so we can see the time when we're outside. And this is underneath a porch. So I see this black thing behind like flapping like this behind the clock. And I got scared. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's like, that's not a cockroach. Like a big ass insect or whatever the hell it is. So I'm like, got my hand on the sliding door ready to jump in because I hate shit flying all over me. I don't want no bugs on me, right? And I'm like, what the hell is that? So I got my hand on the door and I looked, and all I see is this beautiful butterfly. You know, the orange and black monarchy butterflies. The butterfly came from it's nighttime. It's 10:30 at night. I've never seen a butterfly at night in my life. They always come out during the day. So all I see is this big ass butterfly come from behind the clock, and it's orange and black, and it's like that big. It's big ass wings, biggest one I've seen in a long time. They're common around here, but never at nighttime have I seen one. So I don't know if it hatched but it couldn't be that big, right? Maybe it was lost, or maybe it was trying to get away, or something, or maybe it was trapped or something, right? So then, like, it was like flying around, and then it went, and it just went behind like the couch, and then I can hear it like there, and I'm like, let me leave this thing alone. I don't know what it's doing, but I found that was like the weirdest shit ever. I've never seen a big butterfly at night, never. Moths and other insects at nighttime, but a big ass monarchy butterfly, never. And it was beautiful. It was big, black and orange, and it was like trying to get away from Sometimes there's like spider webs around there, so maybe it got caught in like the web or something. But it's just weird for it to be out at 10:30 at night. Like that don't make no sense. So I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, okay, maybe that's a good omen for me. Because I always see those monarchy butterflies, but never ever at nighttime. I've never ever seen that before. It was very weird. It kind of scared me. Because I was like, what the hell is this thing doing at night? You know, because butterflies only fly during the morning times. We got white butterflies, yellow butterflies, brown and orange, and then we have the monarchy butterfly that's black and orange. It's the biggest butterfly we have. And that one last night was huge. I didn't realize how big it was until I saw it come from back of the clock. So I'm thinking maybe it got caught in a spider web or something and it finally got out. I'm assuming that's what happened. So we have like this, hey Starlight, how you doing? So we have like this couch like on the porch and it went behind the couch and I couldn't see it after that. So I was like, let me leave this thing alone. I don't want to bother it or make it panic or whatever. So hopefully it flew off this morning or flew somewhere and started its life. But I found that kind of very weird for that to happen. Out of all my years of living here, I've never seen a butterfly at nighttime. Cockroaches and shit, yeah, but never no butterfly. Never. The only thing that flies around at night is cockroaches and moths here. And even this morning when I went to take my nephew to his camp, when I drove my sister's car this morning, and when I opened up the car, I had the door open to let all the like hot air out and just start the car. I was waiting for my nephew, and all of a sudden, I see this big ass dragonfly, huge. It went in front of the car, and it came in front of the windshield. Like I'm in the car like this, and say this is the windshield, and it's flying all around the windshield outside like this, and it's like coming down, it's going back up, coming down. It's like a helicopter, and I'm like, Jesus, that thing's huge. And I'm like, what the hell is with all these damn bugs? I mean, these things coming around me. Last night, it was the damn butterfly, and today is the dragonfly. And the dragonfly was probably one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. And I'm like, what the hell? And then my nephew's like, did you see that dragonfly? I'm like, yeah, it's been humming around the car since I've been in here. I'm like, what the hell? Let me get out of here before this damn thing attacks me or something. Yeah, I don't like roaches. Roaches are disgusting. But I've put one thing about living here, we had a lot of roaches back in the day at my mom's house. But I got these roach tablets. And I put these roach tablets every year. I put them twice a year. Every 6 months, it tells you to put the roach tablets in. And they eat it and they die. So my mom says she barely sees a roach around the house. And here, it's the same thing. We barely see a roach. I zapped them all. If it's one thing I hate, is a roach. I can't stand a roach. Hate it. It's disgusting. All right, my nephew said he's leaving now. So I'm home alone now with Diamond. Oh, my sister's talking to me too. Shit, I didn't even hear my phone beep. Okay. My nephew's gonna hang out with his friend and get lunch. Let me see what this woman wants. Oh, cool. My sister got me a shirt. That's like the same shirt that I have, but just black. That's cool. She said, I want to say hi, and I got you a shirt at the mall last night. Cool. I should show. No, I have the shirts upstairs, I think. Yeah. Where is it? Yeah, the shirt's upstairs. I'll show her. Give me a second. My sister always thinks about me when she's away. She always gets me like a shirt or something. That's my nephew. He just left. So that's good. He left. My other nephew's in camp. And that's going to give me a chance to go outside and cut my grass. I can make noise. And as you can see, snoring beauty in the background. Look at her, look. She's eating a treat in her sleep. Snoring away. Ears moving. Look at this piece of bacon. Must be nice. Sleep all day, shit and piss all day, and eat all damn day. Look at her tongue. Look. Look at her tongue, guys. Look at her tongue. Look. Her tongue's popping out of her mouth. Look. Look at this dumbass dog. Look. Yep, that's her tongue sticking out of her mouth. And her eyes are like half open. She's like, stupid ass. Look at her arms. She's like this. It must be nice. And I'm making noise over here and she don't even give a shit. And look. This stupid ass dog. She's such a doo-doo. She's like hilarious as shit. She's snoring like crazy. Must be nice. All right. Joanna says she's in Florida. Yes. Florida is hot as hell. Florida is like Bermuda. 80, 90. Humid. Rains every damn day. Bermuda and Florida are almost the same. Hot ass weather. Rains and then gets more hot. Very prone to hurricanes. If you look at my my TV, see, that's where Bermuda is, and then Florida's right there. See, and that's the tropical storm right here that's going above us like that. Right now, the tropical storm is 45 to 55. So it's not, but it's leaving Bermuda. See the path it's going. It's like, bye. See you later, Bermuda Triangle. You hear her snoring? And she's got her tongue out. Look, she's in her glory right now. She's in a deep sleep, breathing heavy. She must be like, yes, bacon, food, bacon, food. Where's Mark? Give me my yum-yums. Give me my dinner. Yes. I would love to know what she's dreaming. I wish I could tap into her damn head. She's something else. The Life of Diamond. All over YouTube, too. She's from Ireland. You know Ireland? You from Ireland? That's why she likes me, because I look like a leprechaun most days. I'm all dressed up in green. Starlight said, "Oh, I'm right at home here. I see a leprechaun. Look at this green leprechaun we got here. See, I got the leprechaun on my shirt. See, it's Lucky the leprechaun. That's the Celtics mascot. Starlight said, "Oh yeah, look at this leprechaun." All right, guys. Yeah, Celtic, the football team. Yeah, I like Celtic. That's my team in Scotland because they're green. I'm not a Rangers fan. I'm a Celtic fan. Any team that's green is my team. There's actually a very good Portuguese player that plays for Celtic. He's good. Celtic has a good team right now. They're doing pretty good in the Scottish league. Well, it hasn't started back up yet, but they're good. They're a good team. They're well known all over the world. My friend that passed away, he used to be a Celtic fan. His dad's Irish. I used to go to school with him. He passed away on a motorcycle accident. So, but he used to always wear Celtic jerseys. Yeah. I used to work with this guy. What was his name? I think his name was Roland or something like that, or Roland. I don't know. Anyway, he was a nice guy. He was from Ireland. And I teased him one day. I said, "Oh, yeah, I like Rangers." He goes, "If you like Rangers, get the fuck out of here. You don't like no Rangers? I'm Celtic." And then he showed me like a picture of like all the Celtic stuff. I was like, "I'm only teasing you, bro." So I don't like Rangers. I like Celtic too. Ronan, yeah, Ronan or Roman. I don't know. I can't remember his damn name. I think it's something like that. Yeah. I don't know if that's like a common name there, but Ronan or something like that. I can't remember exactly. It was so long ago. I know it's something like that. This damn dog. Okay, cool. Well, then that's it. Then it's Ronan, something like that. Yeah. He's a cool guy. That's funny. I remember. I think that was his name, Ronan. Yeah. Okay, Joanna, I'm so happy that you're okay now and everything's you're not you don't have no spirits aggravating you. I'm glad we solved that situation. Glad spirit helped, and I'm glad that you feel good in here now. I don't want you to think nobody's trying to get you out of here. Okay, you're always welcome here. All right, Starlight, Joanna, and whoever else is in here, I'm gonna get out of here. I've been on here for like 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm gonna try and cut my grass right now before the rain comes. As you can see, there's like some rain coming right here. So I'm gonna try. When it goes cloudy, I'm gonna go run outside and cut the grass real quick. So I'm gonna try and cut the grass. I have to. I gotta get that shit done. All right, I'll be back on later on. All right, I'll see you guys later. All right, Lucky. You guys have a good day. I'll see you later. I'll be back.